Hello everyone. This is Lavanya. I'm glad to be a participant of this model rocket designing competition. So let me begin with my presentation. Here I have presented a 3D finished rocket design, model rocket design. So now let's just get into the side view. Yeah, so this is the side view of my um, model rocket. Okay, so now let's get into the snow cone. We'll look into the specifications first. Just getting into the specifications and configurations, let me tell something about the model rockets. Model rockets are really important for students to learn about rocket engines, rocket propulsion, and etc. before they get into this totally higher level. This rocket model rockets can help them to get a better and wide knowledge of how a rocket works. And they can also be given an introduction about the forces acting on these rockets, so they'll get to know about the weight, thrust, aerodynamic forces, and all other. So model rocket is really an important thing. Those who pursue these rocket engines and those who have got interest for rocket science, this is absolutely going to help them. So yeah, I think this is a brief introduction. So now let's continue with the nose cone configuration. So yeah, most of the days most of the times, like when we just listen about rocket, the shape of the nose cone, what we imagine is this elliptical shape, or the parabolic shape. Okay, yeah, but even I too wanted to try that kind of parabolic nose cone. But when I came through this power series, I thought this is really something I'm coming across for the first time. So I have chosen this power series. And this power series was also component of parabolic, because this also contains this parabolic shape in it. But it's like it is like totally based on that k-shape parameter. So power series is totally different from parabolic, but it has its main shape with the blunt tip and etc. So yeah, next for this nose cone I have chosen power series, and with a shape parameter of zero point 0.5, because I wanted this to be slightly blunt and not too much blunt. So I have chosen this shape parameter and a nose cone length of 16 centimeter. Nose cone length, I was just like making the things to be checking, making things work out. So when I checked, I thought this nose cone of length 16 centimeter would fit my imagination, what I have in my mind about this model rocket. So I have gone ahead with the 16 centimeter and a wall thickness of zero point 0.5 centimeter. And the material I have used is spruce. Most of the times we have come across balsa wood or a cardboard or a plywood, etc. A spruce is also a type of wood, and it also has quite a durability and resistance. So I have thought of using spruce, just because it has to be something we have not kind of frequently used. So I have chosen spruce as my material for the nose cone. And about the shoulder, it's given a 5 centimeter diameter and the length of 0.7 centimeter. Sorry, point one, and with a 1 centimeter thickness. So yeah. And now when we get into this payload, we can add as many as payload. So yeah, here I have given a payload of 250 grams with a length of 2.8 centimeter. And we can get into the body tube. So I just want to add few points for the nose cone. Nose cone, one mustn't choose the type of the nose cone based only on its appearance, because beyond appearance there are many other things which are to be considered for a nose cone. It also adds this drag component and everything, so you would require this nose cone to be perfect. So nose cone plays an important part, and also it carries the payload, so it has to be with a perfect plan. And actually, we know that parabolic drag, it has a less drag coefficient of 0.5. So it's probably said that we can go with this. So, but here I have tried this power series. So, and next we have uh, um, body tube, which has components like inner tube, shock guard, freeform finset, and parachute, centering ring, engine block, and spacer. As I just said, it's totally based on our imagination, and it also includes the practicability. I have chosen these few items to be in my model rocket. So let's see the parts one by one. First, let's get started with this shock cord. Actually, based on my research, I have come to know that shock cord length must be 2 or 3 times higher than the length of the rocket. So here, considering my rocket's length, I have given it a length of 213 centimeter, and the material I have chosen here is thread. I have considered this factor for this because of stability and apogee and all other things. Considering, I have gone for the shock cord material, which is a thread. And I also heard that this thread is like it's going to be resistant. So this is shock cord with a pack length of 9.1 centimeter and pack diameter 2 centimeter. Sorry, 2 centimeter. So now parachute. The recovery system which we are going to use here is this parachute, which is of the material. The canopy's material is Ripstone nylon. This is the most common material we come across. I just don't want to compromise the safety, or any other factors included. So parachute must be of a good quality. So Ripstone nylon can never be worst choice for the material of canopy. So I have gone ahead with Ripstone nylon. And shroud lines with the material of thread I have got, and number of lines are like 4. It probably can also be increased or like increased. So, but I'll go with 4. Yeah. And the drag coefficient provided here for this parachute, my recovery system is 0.82. Next, we'll go to this inner tube. So yeah, just to affect the weight of the material, weight of the component, total rocket component, I have given a quantum tubing. It is also said that it's just quite much good. Or we can go ahead with any other wood types. And I would also change like to maple. So maple is also kind of good component material, and it's of 2.9 outer diameter, and in the motor we have going to be like component is a motor mount. Okay, so my motor overhang is 0.5 centimeter, which I can also like reduce it. As you can see here, my motor is like overhanging, and I just want to avoid that now. So I'll go for the one which suits it. Yeah. And we have given that it's a motor mount. We'll just get into the motor details soon. And before that, I'll finish all the other details here. So we have looked about this inner tube, shock cord, parachute. I guess you would have got an idea why I have chosen this. Like I said, right? Yeah. And centering ring and engine blocks. These are also a few little components which we'll use in model rockets. So first, let us look about the centering ring. It just acts as an engine mount. So here I have given the component material as balsa, because most of the times we use balsa as the component material for the centering ring. So, and uh, all the other presets and the settings were done based on the stability and apogee, which I was checking throughout my process of designing this model rocket. So yeah, and engine block is like it is just a thing to stop my motor moving forward. So this is also have given the component balsa. So yeah, I just said that balsa is the most common material we come across for uh, most of the make component materials which are used in rocket model rocket designing. So I have given this. And this unspecified, it is the tracker, which I also added as an extra payload. This is going to help me to locate my locate my rocket. So, and yeah, using a handheld receiver, my rocket can be easily found, and the tracker helps me to do that. So yeah, and next will be given a thought on freeform fin set. So yeah, most of the model rockets will be designed with balsa as the fin component. Sometimes, we just want to make innovative things, so I just came up with this plywood, because it is also one of the wonderful types for this kind of model rocket and fillet material, but I have used it as balsa. And I have given a total of 4 fins. Totally I have based it like on the stability and apogee. So like fin cross section I bought is like airfoil. Airfoil is like, the most prominent cross sections we use across the industry. So I have given the fin cross section with the airfoil. And now, so yeah, let's move ahead and get into this motors and configuration. I have selected Aerotech. Aerotech is like just a company which provides us with various size of motors with various various engine performances. So I have chosen G75J157 with its type isn't mentioned here, and we can just look at the detail. I'm sorry, we can just look at the details, and it's 157 NS, and this is the thrust curve you can look at here. Okay. So we have looked at the motor and all the other factors, I guess. So now we can just go for the simulation. Okay, now this run simulation. I'm sorry, new simulation. Simulate and plot. Plot. We can have a look at vertical motion versus time graph. And I can also go for the stability graph. Yeah. And stability versus time graph. Stability. Okay, I think I can just submit the graphs over there. Close. And now after running the simulation, I've got a apogee of 1401 meter, and max velocity is 238 meter per second, and max acceleration is 133 meter per second square, with a stability of 1.49. And yeah, because why I always spoke about stability is like the stability is the only one factor which is important, which we consider important for our rocket to fly. So in this case, most probably the stability lies between 1 to 2. So for this, it came across 1.49. So, and CG always must lie ahead of the CP, so which gives a stable position for your rocket. When while we are doing the practically, we have many methods like swing method, or many other methods to determine the CGCP and the stability of the rocket we are going to do, or with all the like but it's better always to after the complete the production of the rocket, what we I mean, like, which includes other sieves and everything, painting and everything. When you check the rocket, it will give you the stability exactly, and you can know whether it will fly or not. So yeah, now I have given the details about stability and with okay. Um, so this is my model rocket design with a motor G7 5J10 single motor I have used, and with a total length of 68.6 centimeter. I think it's most commonly what we use for the model rockets. Yeah.